Hi, welcome to Mike Caulfield's, I don't know, early morning information literacy hoedown. If I look a little tired, that's because I'm tired. Let's get started. Last time we were looking at the walls of Benin, and what we had done is we'd done this Google Lens thing, and it had said we were looking for this thing on, is it really 4 times longer than the Great Wall of China? And what it had told us was the picture you're looking at is not the walls of Benin, right? Now, right, we do this again, and I want to just show you this. It says the image is a graphic about the walls of Benin. This is AI overview, and it's saying, like, this is a picture of the walls of Benin. We know it's not. Go back to the last video and watch us find out that it's the round city of Baghdad, in illustration of it back centuries and centuries ago. A modern illustration, an illustration drawn recently of what it looked like centuries ago. So, all right, gathering it all up, moving forward, getting off the tangents. So it's wrong here, right? It says the image is a graphic about the walls of Benin City. It doesn't note at all that it doesn't note at all that it's the round city of Baghdad. Let's go into AI mode and see if it does a little better. Again, our main point here was that it is about this wall of China, and that's kind of what it gets to here. And note that this time it didn't find it, right? This time it didn't find it. It didn't find. I don't think it found. So this time it didn't find it. It didn't find that the image was actually the round city of Baghdad. So I'm actually going to take a little detour. I had planned to do something else with this Benin example, but let's wing it. Let's do it live. I want to just show you this behavior. This is not a technique, but I want to just show you this behavior. Verify that this image is. Let's do this. Can you source the image of these walls in the of these walls that I uploaded and tell me and find the most reliable caption for it. Now, I'm just making this one up on the fly, but here's the thing that I want you to think about. This is really underneath it all. It is SIFT. And what I mean by that is we are using these, what I call evidence focused follow ups. And some of those are to track down evidence, right? And some of those are to categorize evidence. Some of those are to analyze evidence. In this case, we're trying to track down something. So let's see how this works. Again, this is so weird doing this. I worked with search for so long, and search gives you these reliable results. So you can do a demo and you're not surprised. Here, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's a different world. So when I say, can you source the image of these walls that I uploaded and find the most reliable caption for it? Now, remember, up here, it said nothing. It said nothing about the image being the round city of Baghdad. It said it's an artistic rendering of what the ancient city in modern Nigeria, I guess, ancient city in what is now modern Nigeria, might have looked like. It said nothing about it being the round city of Baghdad. Now, when I push on it and say, okay, great, get me, again, this is sort of the trace and sift, right? But in my follow-up, right, I say, can you source the image of these walls that I uploaded and find the most reliable caption for it? Now, that's something you can put this on anything where you have an image going in there. In fact, I might take this here. I have a follow-ups file, and this one worked out well to me. So I'm just going to put this. I don't have edit access. Why don't I have edit access? I'm in a different mode. I can just put that in my follow-ups file, and I'll have it. So it says, the image you uploaded is not a photograph of the walls of Benin. Visual search results indicate the image is a depiction of the round city of Baghdad in the 10th century. So people ask, well, why use the follow-ups, right? Why use the follow-ups? Like, why not just stop at the first thing? And the answer is, like, the first thing is going to get, I don't know, in my experience, it gets 95% of things right. And what I'll say about that is people are like, oh, it gets 5% things wrong. How horrible. Let me tell you, like, if you're like anything like the people I have taught over 15 years of doing this, you're getting 10% of the things. You're finding 10% of the issues with something here, and it's finding 95%, right? So that's pretty good, but it's not perfect, right? And so in this case here, drilling down and saying, look, what I really care about here is the image after a first pass, and using a follow-up here. You can put this follow-up in a file. Can you source the image of these walls that I uploaded, or source these image of blank, whatever you're looking at, and find the most reliable caption for it. And look, it'll go out, it'll look exactly that image. It'll spend more time on it, and it will investigate more options. And because it's looking at that, more specifically, it's going to find an answer. And so my strategy for these things is put in the broad claim first, and then use follow-ups to drill down on specific aspects. You put in the broad claim first because you don't know what you don't know, and you might miss things if you're immediately getting into the details, right? But you do the follow-up, right, to make sure that the AI is processing the things that you care about. And so in this case here, it does that, and then we can hopefully track it down, right? So once we have this, we say depiction of the round city of Baghdad, we can just do this, and we see ancient Baghdad, the round city, just like we did yesterday. So I was going to show something else in this lesson, but this gave me a chance to show two things that I think are interesting about it. One is that the output of an AI like this is non-deterministic. Sometimes it will find some of these deeper things, and sometimes it won't, right? And so in this case, it did not initially find what it initially found in the last round. It didn't find that this was the round city of Baghdad. But when you use a follow-up that's an evidence-focused follow-up that says, okay, look at the specific evidence for the specific claim, it will improve. You'll get a better answer on that specific question that you care about. And so what is the technique? Why is the technique get it in, track it down, follow up? Get it in to get that broad picture of all the issues. And then the follow-up piece, right? The follow-up piece is there to make sure for those things that you care about in it, you're getting a more detailed analysis of the evidence that's available. And if you put those things together, right, sort of a very broad get it in phase, right, with a very specific evidence-focused follow-up phase, you're going to get the better results that you want. And so not the lesson I thought I was going to teach today, but that's the joy of working with non-deterministic output, folks. So I'll probably be back talking about the Benin walls tomorrow and finally get to that claim about the Great Wall of China in its relative size compared to the walls of Benin. Until then, see you later.